magic. If you can reach it, you can become—
Then boom, there's a disclaimer. Pause to read, click to skip, and definitely support the sites that are linked below. In every piece of video media, there is always the chance that errors will be made. Ranging from subtle continuity errors to incorrect coloring between shots or even frames, here is every mistake in
The Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
Season 1, Episode 1.
It could be worse. Worse? How could it be worse?
Just look at Toad for a moment while I get this off my chest. I enjoyed every bit of this decidedly weird series growing up, but let's just say the quality issue is cash grabby. I even remember the color blipping and lip syncing to be extremely bad at the age of 6 when it was airing daily. That said, did you catch it? Toad's cap is red with white spots. His head more resembles the design of a super mushroom from the then upcoming Super Mario World more than it does a Toad in any of the first 3 NES games. Interestingly enough, Toad remains this way in each of the first 3 episodes of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. It is not until episode 4, Mario's Magic Carpet, where this is corrected and Toad's proper white hat with red spots remains for the rest of the series. Well, mostly anyways, this is not the last we're going to see of this red-capped Toad. But wait, it's not what you think!
It's a trap!
In episode 14 of Season 1, The Fire of Hercules, this red-cap coloration manifests after Toad falls from atop the mountain and grabs a fire flower on the way down. This red-hatted hero declares,
Call me Super Toad!
this is the first time, in game or in a cartoon, that a non-Mario bro has used a power-up so far. Wait, was he super this whole time? Why was he so useless for 3 episodes? Coincidentally enough, Super Toad is not the only instance of a fire flower containing Doctor Who levels of
wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
timey-wimey character colors and continuity errors. After getting trapped by an avalanche and spotting a plot device,
No, it's magic.
no, it's a magic MacGuffin! Princess Toadstool has to explain the effects of the fire flower to Mario.
You can become a Super Mario.
When Mario uses it to transform, he exclaims,
I love when that happens.
implying that he's used the fire flower before. On the subject of continuity problems, let's talk about the color of Mario's fire flower outfits. This one has a bit of a history lesson to it, but it also contains what I believe to be an early missed Easter egg left in by the art team. The Super Mario Bros. Super Show aired in North America from September 1989 to 91, so I'm going to use the North American full release dates for game references here. In the show, Mario dons a blue shirt with red overalls and cap, a direct lift from the box art of Super Mario Bros. 2, which was released October 1988. Fire Mario changes his blue shirt for red, and his red cap for matching overalls of white, directly mirroring the sprites from Super Mario Bros., which rolled out in North America October and November 1985. The color controversy comes in 2 waves. The first from Mario 2, being the majority of the inspiration for the world in this show, has Mario sprites with blue overalls and a red cap and shirt. The second larger wave makes landfall in December 1989, 2 months into the run of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, when new fans flocked to the show after watching the Super Mario Bros. 3 promotional movie The Wizard.
Super Mario Brothers 3!
In the official artwork for Super Mario Bros. 3, released February 1990, Mario is wearing blue overalls and a red shirt. Even more confusing is that Mario's in-game sprite has overalls that are black. In all likelihood, this was due to a hardware limitation and was meant to be as close to blue as possible. New fans thought this to be a coloring mistake because they did not know the source material for the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Stranger still is the Mario 3 and the Mario World cartoons that precede the Super Mario Bros. Super Show still have Mario in red. Whether Mario's color is an error, artistic choice, or true to the source is up to you. During Fire Mario's transformation, there are a few frames of Mario wearing a blue hat and overalls with a red shirt. I believe this was a homage to the original artwork on the Japanese Mario Bros. Cabinet, sneaked in by the art team. The last of Mario's visual errors involves Luigi.
Mamma mia!
In the scene where Mario, Luigi, and Princess Toadstool are walking up a steep incline, the white patches on Luigi's cap flicker into and out of existence. In the final few frames where the party stops and Mario looks up, the M in the emblem is missing. Alright, now let's go pick on guest star Birdo. When Birdo is about to chase Toad and play, a blurry spot blinks into and out of existence on her forearm. Maybe that spot is an artifact from Birdo reaching across the multiverse, because when Giant Birdo first lands in her house, there's a purple book on her table, which changes orange in the next scene. Wrapping up our set of visual anomalies is none other than a continuity error by name with a dance move that can never catch on, Princess Toadstool. I'm guessing she was supposed to be struggling against the oncoming snow by holding the door handle or something, but I really just can't stand to look at this anymore. You can never underestimate the power of good sound engineering. Audiences can suffer through subpar visuals, but if the audio is bad, they will click away. You're still here, right? While the audio quality of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show is passable for a kid's show of its time, the team has more lip sync errors than Ashley Simpson on SNL or a Milli Vanilli concert.
This one's for a real princess. 1 and a 2 and
A reference that both dates me and has relevance to the preceding Adventures of Super Mario show. When Toad says he has 10 gold coins, the giant Birdo's mouth is still moving.
Mommy knows best. Look, Cheepy. Look, lady, I got 10 gold coins. They're yours if you just let me go.
While Birdo is bottle feeding Toad and singing, Toad begins speaking clearly, although there's still a bottle in his mouth.
I can't be your little Cheepy lady.
After the alarm on Birdo's cuckoo clock goes off, reminding her that it's time for flying lessons, she speaks, but for the first half of her sentence, her lips are not moving.
I almost forgot. It's time for your flying lessons.
Finally, I am done scrambling Birdo's eggs. Let's punch up at the block above our heads and pretend for a second that it's not a denizen of the Mushroom Kingdom that we just shattered in search of a power-up. When Mario and Luigi are playing patty cake to psych themselves up and enable Luigi to boost Mario for a super jump, Mario's lips just stop moving halfway through the rhyming verses with Luigi.
Patty cake, pasta man. Give me pasta power as fast as you can.
And when Luigi says,
What is that thing? What is that thing? What is that thing?
Princess Toadstool's mouth is still moving. Putting words in other characters' mouths might be the most noticeable of audio errors, but they are far from the only ones present in this episode. Incorrect sound effects can make even the most subtle scene feel off and uncomfortable.
もっとマシな頼み方ないの?
After Mario lands on the high ledge from Luigi's boosted jump, the death sound from Mario Brothers plays. Although I suppose it's better than the alternative of Foley work involving a cabbage and leg shattering. The power-up sound effect plays as Mario grabs the fire flower, and then for some reason again after the power-up is complete. They say that once is an error and twice is a pattern, but to do it wrong 2 out of 3 times makes a pattern of errors. Just listen to Mario jump this chasm. Pretty much like in the game, as he leaps off the ground, the jump sound effect plays. In both cases, when the princess and Luigi separately jump over the chasm, the jump sound effect plays, but it comes in late, and then plays again as they're landing. At least give us some consistency, make the same mistake 3 times if you have to. It is more often than not glaringly obvious when someone in charge of producing is unaware or apathetic to the source material, though the offense level is nowhere near the Street Fighter movie or many of the Resident Evil adaptations.
Quick, change the channel.
The writers could just not wrap their head around King Koopa's army, the Koopa Pack, and the enemies that are named in games. When King Koopa radios an order to drop bomb-bombs on the Mario Brothers, he mistakenly calls the flying albatross Koopa Troopas.
Attention, Koopa Troopas. It's airing time.
Koopa Troopas could be a generic name for all of his forces, though a Koopa Troopa is one of these. This naming convention is so inaccurate and confusing it may be the reason King Koopa is always losing to those pesky plumbers.
This will be the last time those pinhead plumbers throw a monkey wrench into my evil plan.
Later in the episode, King Koopa orders the Koopa Troopa Pack to attack Mario, but a contingent of snow flurries answers the call.
Koopa Troopa pack, attack!
If this was a pack of flying baddies instead, I could assume Koopa Troopa is a designation for the flyers and Koopas for the ground troops, but Koopa Paratroopas would be far more accurate for flyers. And there's just no way Bowser's that organized. And those are all of the mistakes in Season 1, Episode 1 of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Did we get it wrong? Was there something we missed? Well, tell us in the comments below and you might be credited in a future episode. Thanks for watching, and if you feel like it, click another one.